Hey guys, welcome to my first look at a game. I'm not sure a lot of you maybe have heard of it. It's pretty hipster. It's a game called Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition, highly anticipated PC release of a console game that was really highly regarded by a lot of people. It's supposed to be incredibly difficult, very nuanced combat. It's kind of a action RPG hack and slash kind of thing. And yeah, but there was a lot of concern about the PC release. So the reason I'm putting this video out so quickly is because like I've barely messed around at all. I just made a test character and like went through the first area to make sure I know the controls. But I kind of looked through the menus a little bit. So I'm going to enlighten you guys mostly on what the game is like on the PC. So first off, let's go down to key config here. A lot of people were wondering how the fuck is this going to work on the PC. And by the way, I'm using a controller. There's no fucking way that I'm going to try to control it like this. So far, looks pretty standard, right? You know, you use control to run and you have, oh wait, no, you use control to walk and then you just press WSDA to move around. That's normal keyboard control, right? Then let's go over here. The camera is I, K, L, and J. What? Switch equipment is V, C, F, and R. So things are getting weird quick here in the controls. To attack with your right weapon, use H and U. And you've probably realized by now, they're not using the mouse for anything, man. They didn't even try to put the mouse in here. So this is not a keyboard and mouse control setup. This is a keyboard control setup, and it is garbage. So if you're thinking about buying this game, but you don't have a controller, and you're wondering, like, are you going to do okay with just keyboard and mouse? No, you are not. You will buy a controller, or you should not buy Dark Souls. Like, those are your two options, because this is incredibly poor PC controls. Like, I was imagining they would be bad because it would just be hard to map this game onto keyboard and mouse, but they didn't even try to put the mouse in, which makes it like, whoa, that's bad. So yeah, you've got all these strange buttons that you're using for things. Open your start menu is end. Yep, and then in your menu, you have to go all the way over to the arrow keys. So you got three different sets of like arrows. You got WSAD, IJKL, and the arrow keys that you're all using for different things. So yeah, anyway, we're not going to pay attention to that though. The gameplay's fine with the PC controller. Now let's look at these PC settings. What is this? We've got resolution. You may notice that everything is just in 6:9. I have a 1920 by 1200 monitor, can't do it, so it's just windowed for me at all times. And beyond that, if you turn on full screen, it automatically goes to 1280 by 720, and the reason for that is that this game only displays in 1280 by 720 at any time. When you're changing your resolution, all you're doing is stretching it or shrinking it, which is bad. Like, that is really bad. But I mean, yeah, that's okay. So I always record in 1920 by, or 1280 by 720 anyway, because that's 720p on YouTube. So it doesn't affect this video at all, and it will probably look fine in the video because for that very reason, you know, it's. But if you're playing this on a big monitor, it's going to look stretched out and funky unless you play it in a small window, as I am right now. You got anti-aliasing and motion blur. You can turn those on or off. I have them both on. I've experienced no performance hits whatsoever with this game. It's very easy to run. I don't know how areas like Blighttown are going to work. I've heard that on the console version, those areas have like a really garbage frame rate because they're bogged down by the console hardware. I don't know if they fix that or not. I'll have to wait until I get there. Another thing I should mention, I'm thinking maybe Let's Play of Dark Souls. So if you enjoy watching me play as we get started here, I'm going to load up Killy McKillbro. No, Killy McBro. Sorry, I didn't have room for Killy McKillbro. So just Killy McBro going on here. He's a knight. So as we get started here, we're in this. I skipped the like intro cutscene and everything like that. You can see that other places. This is just to check out the PC version. These things are telling me. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm not sure if it just knows I have a controller in, but I think these are just like telling you the controls for the controller even if you don't have a controller, is my suspicion here. So they're telling you the basic controls here. I can just beat this dude up if I want to. No problem. It doesn't really do much for me. I can just get a little bit of souls off of him. Right trigger is a strong attack, so I can really fuck this dude up. So, yeah, so now that we're past the like, settings and PC stuff. Oh, one more thing I should touch on before we get going here. This game has games for Windows Live. If that's a deal breaker for you, I don't blame you. It is garbage. It is, like, so much worse than I thought it would be. Like, I don't think I'm gonna have to deal with it anymore, but when I first turned on the game, Games for Windows Live was like, oh, hang on, dude, you're gonna have to make yourself an account. And it was like the laggiest prompt you can imagine. I would click on a button, and it would not do anything for way too long. It was incredible. I couldn't believe the level of ineptitude in just programming like a little window to ask you to make a Windows Live account. And like I was trying to type in my password and it would like lag behind. It's not like I'm on like some terrible machine here either. That was just, you know, kind of how it went. But yeah, so far I haven't had any more problems with Games for Windows Live. You know, fingers crossed, right? But we'll see what happens. And oh god, I'm not gonna try to fight that guy. I did a few times. He's fucking hard. I'm just gonna get out of there. I'm not sure what you get if you beat him, but I don't think you're supposed to unless it's like you're you've done multiple playthroughs already and you're just trying to show off or whatever. Because, man, he will fuck your shit up. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this guy to shoot his arrow, this like slowest arrow in the world. I pushed the wrong button. Run. Okay. I'm gonna pick up our tower kite shield. We've got a little thing telling us how to put it on, but I already know how. Come over here, put on tower kite shield. And then with the R button I can, or the R trigger I should say, or not even the R trigger, the R bumper. And put it up, reflect some of these arrows. This guy's gonna be like, oh fuck, I gotta get out of here. But not today, buddy. Chase him down, but first, let's pick up a weapon, because one of the reasons that first boss is so ungodly hard is because it starts you out with this straight sword hilt. Let's put on a broadsword. Live a little bit here. That's gonna make things way easier to kill. Without that, it's like, why? Oh god, I still have my menu open. Don't do that. Okay. All right. I'm gonna block one more arrow. Now I should be able to. Oh, if I remember what button to push. Still super new at this game. Never played it before. I should mention I have watched Northern Lions LP of Dark Souls, but that was a really long time ago. And as soon as I found out that a PC version was incoming, I was like, alright, that's it. Not watching any more Dark Souls anything ever. Now, there's a fucking boulder up here that kicked my ass last time. Run! Get out! Oh my god, it followed me! Did you guys see that? Fuck you, boulder. Alright, so anyway, there's a dude up here. We're gonna come up here and kill him. Oops. I keep on thinking, for whatever reason... Oops. God, I'm so garbage at this game. This is gonna be a disaster once I get out of Undeadburg here, or not even Undeadburg. Where am I? The Asylum. That door's locked, by the way. What was I just talking about? Oh, as soon as I found out a PC version was incoming, I'm like, okay, I'm not exposing myself to any more Dark Souls content because I want to, you know, get through the game on my own terms without having my understanding of it ruined. So I'm resting in a bonfire here that saves my game as well as giving me full life. And later on we'll get an ability to heal, and that will be filled up at bonfires as well. And this is where I stopped my recording last time. I was like, okay, I understand where I'm going, but I got a little bit lost, and now I think I know exactly where to go. But first off, I just want to figure out really quickly. There's an item up here, but these stairs are broken. I have no idea how to get to it. We might just have to come around later and just remember that's there. So let's assume that's the case. And head onward this way. This is kind of annoying. My first time I used a thief. This time I'm using a knight. Knight is actually super slow. So I think... Oh.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon. Then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Okay. Sure.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen. And thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart.
Okay.
Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask.
Oh, here we go.
An undead favorite.
Yep. Oh, great. Achievement unlocked in Games for Windows Live. Got an Estus flask. I got 15 Gs for that, apparently.
Oh, and this.
Cool.
Now I must bid farewell.
Okay, so now I know what we're supposed
I would
to do.
hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
What happens if I try to kill this guy? You guys know what I'm thinking, right? Heavy attack. Okay, he's dead.
But... why?
Because I am a dickhead. Kind of thought you would drop something, considering he was in like a full set of armor, but guess not. Oh, cool. X is use item, so we can drink our Estus flasks with the X button. Rest at bonfire, replenish Estus flask. Yes, yes, I understand this. So now we can get up here. Oh, this guy's back to life. That's right. That's something I didn't mention before. If you use the bonfire, then all the enemies respawn. Man, this is gonna be bad when I start fighting enemies that can fight back. Wield right weapon, two-hand. Oh, that's cool. Two-hand my weapon. Left stick plus RB equals kick. Wait. Left stick plus RB equals kick. That's, that really doesn't seem to be the case at all. Oh well. Left stick plus R trigger equals jump attack. Yeah, that's not happening at all. Oh, with dual wielded weapon. Do I have to like push him at the same time? Okay, the jump attack works. The kick, not so much. Oop. Oh fuck. Okay, I don't want my weapon two-handed right now. Okay, resting at bonfires revives enemies. Yep, figured that out. Yeah, I will say I started this review out a little bit more negatively than I meant to, and that's just because I was like addressing concerns that people had with the port, and it turns out that most of them were for the most part true. Like, you know, it is only 720p. There's no way to make that better. I believe it is locked at 30 FPS as well, though. I'll have to, when I turn off fraps, I'll be able to tell. I have my recording locked at 30 FPS just to cut down on recording space. And because on YouTube, it doesn't really fucking matter what your frame rate is over 30. Well, that hurt. That was incredibly stupid. Oh, fuck. Man. So the problem there was my shield is not capable of, like, fully blocking damage. So I had my shield up, and he still cut through me. And he also hit me in the back once. So now we're all the way back here. Yay! So, I don't know, I'm just doing a first look at here. This has been about 15 minutes. This is my first look at Dark Souls for the PC. I'm having a lot of fun with it so far. If you're expecting something that is graphically superior to the console versions or something that works well with PC controls, you're looking in the wrong place, because this is probably the least polished PC port of a console game I've ever seen in my entire life, which we knew going in. But it's still a fantastic game. You're still getting, at minimum, what console players got. I don't think there's anything worse here, unless you count messing with Games for Windows Live, which some of you might, and I would, you know, be sympathetic for those of you who feel that way. But, yeah, I would say if you were a PC owner who was very jealous of the console release of Dark Souls, like myself, and you have a controller at your disposal, give it a shot. It's, I think it's worth the purchase. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time.